This gospel story that Jesus tells is really helping us to understand our relationship with things. You know, in my workshop on relationships, we spend some time asking, what is your relationship to things? And here in the United States, I think this is a very, very important question. Because sometimes the things are in control of you, rather you being in control of the things. And you know, one of the things that I learned from the Polish community that I was brought up with, you know, you live with what you need, not with what you want. And so what Jesus is talking about here is understanding that we're human, so we have a spiritual side and we have a material side. And we have to have the balance. Now, when you die, you will take nothing with you except the relationships of love. That's it. All the material stuff is left behind. And you know, sometimes when I see examples of people who have spent their entire life with the stuff and how that affects them at the end of their lives is really, really challenging for me. At one point in my life, I met a gentleman who had a supermarket. And that supermarket was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And he had a beautiful mansion outside the city. But he was always talking about when he was going to retire and he was going to have plenty of money. What happened was that as he got older, he became very sick and eventually developed cancer, and he had to close the store, and his wife had to take care of him. And before he died, she used up his entire financial assets, and she wasn't even left with a car. And I thought, this is so tragic. You know, what we have in our life right now is the present moment. That's it. And if you live in the present, you will find out that the most important parts of your life are the spiritual things, like joy and happiness and health. Those are the things that make your life rich. Now, it's true, we need the material things, but it's important that those material things have their proper place within the balance between your spiritual life and your physical life. And so what the church would like to have you do at this point is ask yourself, what is my relationship between my spiritual life and my material life? You know, I'm really thrilled to see so many people today downsizing and giving really wonderful things to thrift stores where other people who couldn't possibly afford what they had to give can get those things into their life and enrich their lives. So think about, what is your relationship between my spiritual life and my material life? And am I going to want to keep a balance?